Alright, hey guys. I just wanted to do a quick little tutorial on how to do a pretty synced layout. So, the tools you will be needing is everything found in the description of the Sync-a-Tron video by HawKyre. I'll have that also linked in the description. I won't have any of the links because I do want you to support him. He goes through the installation process, how to do everything. But there's a portion of the video where he says you have to have the song on the OSU or OSU, however you pronounce it, I don't give a shit. But you have to have the song on the Beatmaps portal in order to actually have the song work. That is not true. I've been able to do it without that. So what you're going to want to do is watch this video all the way through. I'll have the commands that he uses also in the description of this video, so you can quickly copy that over so you don't have to go searching for it. But the first thing you want to do is find your song, whether that's on Newgrounds or wherever on YouTube. Just make sure you have a download of it. Now, if you want to go onto YouTube and find just any song, doesn't really matter. I'll use Ghost and Stuff for an example by deadmau5. So just as an example, you would copy this and go to ytmp3.cc, put it in there, download it as an mp3, and then find a Newgrounds song that syncs with it, or just a random short song. So for this video, I'm going to be using I'm Fine by Third Prototype. This will be the song that I'll hopefully use for my first solo level once I finish making my part in Ash Storm. So once you've got your song downloaded, going to open your downloads folder. You're going to open OSU. Gonna open it up, go into edit, and then go back to your browser. Go to, god damn it, this is fucking annoying. Alright, I'll just back out of that for a minute. So, go to this website, go to Key and BPM Finder, and then take your download, drag it into there, wait for this to process, and then it'll tell you the BPM of the song. So there's two ways you can do this. You can do it this way, which tends to be pretty accurate, so 128 sounds about right. You can ignore this unless you're trying to make a remix of the song and you need like the chords or whatever. So you want to use this right here. Alright, so now you've got the song. Hey, what is that? Now I got the song, BPM done. So you want to find a portion of the song that you want to use. So I will be starting at 1 minute and 2 seconds. So go into your downloads and drag the song in there. Then once you've dragged into there, click the circle. You can kind of cancel this out, this part doesn't matter. So play the song and click here to about 128 beats per minute. So then drag this down to 120. So that should be off. So most songs will have the it'll start right on that first note, but a lot of the time it'll have like an extra bar or so of extra beats. So what you want to do is keep holding this offset until you get to about, in this case, halfway. Alright, so that's still a bit off, so keep increasing the offset. Alright, so that seems pretty set up. So go over here to compose, and then I'm going to skip ahead to 1 minute and 2 seconds because that's where my thing starts. So I'm here. This part doesn't really matter. So just make sure you start on the first note of the song. There's two ways you can do this. Make sure none of these are checked. Make sure you have circle. Sometimes it'll go on select when you're moving stuff around. But just make sure it's on circle. So there's two ways you can do this. If you're a good OSU player or can click pretty good to the song, then that's alright. But I'll demonstrate that real quick. So you want to have, this part doesn't matter where they are exactly, but make sure they're all aligned to the beat. For me, I will be aligning them to the vocals, so I will be using none of them. So for the beat snap divisor, change this to 1/4, and anyway, just keep going until you're done with the song, and I'll do a jump cut so you don't have to watch this. Oh, and one more thing. Try not to have too many empty spots. Actually, that should be alright for a pre-drop, but definitely not a drop. So for the pre-drop, for an example of what you can do, you can have the icon or ship, cube, ball, spider, robot, wave land on a platform that's just kind of moving down or up for a few seconds, and then have an input that syncs with the very next note. So that's basically just that, and I'll show you what I have once I'm done. Alright, so I've just completed the beat map. So once you've got everything just the way you want it, go up here to File, and make sure you've saved it, and go to Open Song folder. For me, I've already see you next time. I've already exported everything and gotten it to where it needs to be. So next you're going to go to your Sync-a-Tron folder. If you don't want to watch my instructions, you don't have to, but it's in HawKyre's video. So what you want to do is go into the OSU Maps folder, rename this to something that you can easily type in a command prompt. Actually, don't rename it in there. So drag it over. Make sure you hold Control to copy it over, and then name it. So then you're going to open up the instructions. It won't say this up here. I'll have that in the description of this video. Alright, so type CMD from up here, click enter. Next you're going to copy this code, paste it into there. Now, alright, so one thing I forgot to mention was you have to have the level that you want to have the song on, or the guidelines on. You have to have that on the very top. I accidentally had my Cataclysm copy, so that didn't work. So once again, close out GD. I will be doing this again. Do expect this to have quite a bit of windows open. So now, as you can see, we have our guidelines. So what you want to do is go to normal speed and the spider. Make sure there's nothing obstructing you. And don't worry about the guidelines for now. All you need to do is just click to the beat. Okay. Alright. So take any block. Doesn't have to specifically be this one, but this one just makes it easy. So put it right under there and scale it until it lines up perfectly with your click and the guideline. So for me, it would be 1.09. So make sure you save, exit this, then copy the same code, but put hard at the end of it. Do I'm fine, and then your scale. Then you'll see the file is written. You can now close out of everything except for GD. Alright, so we are back in our level. So now your guidelines should be... So now you should see everything is perfectly synced, or at least nearly there. So yeah, that's basically all there is to it. Now you can go along creating your layout. Hopefully you found this tutorial a bit helpful. If you like this and you want to see like some structuring tips or how to do some gameplay improvements, let me know in the comments and I'll definitely take that into consideration. And I'll try to make that into a video. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.